Hello everyone. We are 4 weeks post-op from my hardware exchange from my Lefort due to the failed Stryker hardware. And then we also did the chin grafting, which is called an auto graft because it's from myself. And then the allografting from a product called Vivigen, which is donated bone from a soft tissue and organ donor. So the complication that we most recently dealt with was my incision on my right side dehisced or opened up, and we had an exposed screw. So I was back down to a liquid diet and then told to leave it alone and let it heal for a couple weeks, get an update photo, and we would get a game plan from there. If it hadn't closed up, we were going to either resuture it or do a gum grafting procedure. So, drum roll, we got the picture of the incision last night and it is trying to heal over. So the short story is I do not need to go back to St. Louis for any interventions right now. And I only have 2 more weeks off work. I'm going back to work the week of Thanksgiving and I finally have good news. So hopefully from here it continues to heal and we can continue this healing journey. Even though it feels like I've kind of been set back a year, I am reclaiming things quicker this time. So I am able to eat, I call it fork mushy foods. So anything that you can press down on with a fork and smash it. And the main things right now are not putting any pressure on my upper palate because I had that resulting non-union. And so essentially I had my Lefort all over again. And so he had to recut all those cuts into my bone. And so it is trying to heal right now. And so no pressure on my upper jaw with any chewing, and then no food getting stuck in that incision from here to here. So that is the plan. I am eating the fork mushy foods. And then also at 4 weeks, my weight restrictions are lifted to 30 pounds from 10 pounds, which is marvelous. So I'm starting to do some light exercises with my 5-pound dumbbells and some cardio gently on my elliptical. And then I also bought some pedals off of Amazon after the first big surgery. So I'll probably give, if there's any interest, I can do a little video of what exercise routines I do to gently reintroduce my body back to movement and strength building. And it also helps a lot with lymphatic drainage. I was sleeping elevated and then I was feeling better. My swelling was getting better, so I switched to sleeping flat for 3 nights. Slept marvelously, but as the days progressed, I was getting more and more puffy, so I did have to change to sleeping elevated again, which is no one's preference. But it is what it is right now. Pain-wise, I'm doing ibuprofen in the mornings when I wake up and at night before I go to bed. And I would say like pain-wise, I'm anywhere from like a 2 to a 4. It gets worse the more that I talk. Laughing and smiling hurts. It pulls on all the tissue right here. And then yesterday when we were getting the pictures and stuff, like lifting my cheek and pulling on it kind of aggravated everything. My pain is mostly like here. It really does feel like I broke my nose, but here and then across right here, which makes sense. And then the incision itself kind of feels like a raw blister that's rubbing on your shoe, I would say. But that's tolerable, especially compared to some of the other things that we experience. So ibuprofen, and that's it. Still focusing on nutrition and hydration and good vitamin and nutrient supplementation, which is much easier to do with the fork mushy diet, or the soft chew probably is the equivalent. So I'm going to the med spa once a week, which is a chiropractic adjustment with, of course, being considerate of my jaw and face and not smashing anything through here. Acupuncture, and then I'm doing the foot detox soaks still, and that's helping flush out all of the meds from my body. And then today we also did a lymphatic drain because I woke up much puffier than usual. And so just trying to get that lymphatic system moving. But otherwise, I'm not doing any appointments right now. I'm seeing my orthodontist next week to do another braces adjustment. I don't know if this is delaying when the braces come off. They were supposed to come off in January, which felt huge. But we'll see. And then I have a follow-up appointment with Dr. Movahed the second week of December in St. Louis to kind of do a recheck of all of this. So stay tuned. That's what I got for now. Thank you all for your thoughts, checking in, your prayers, your well wishes. It feels so good to have some good news. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Forgot to mention, I am going to include the photo of my wound as it's healing. So if that's something you don't want to see, go ahead and stop the video now.